And you know what, now we just want to give you, we're going to talk a little more, we're running out of time, and I know it's a lot for us to give you, but we guys want to give you actual practical things that you guys can do. If you're passionate and you feel about it, things that you can do in order to help bring awareness. And one of them is just talk about it. Talk about it to your friends right now. Talk about it to your buddies about, oh my gosh, did you hear what happens to those babies? It's really important. The word of mouth can make a difference. And then, there's this other thing. It's a school club. It's called Students for Life, and they bring awareness because right now there's a group, Planned Parenthood, who's in your public schools right now, and so we would like to have both sides represented in your schools so that girls can go both ways and educate themselves to make a decision. And then if they do decide to have an abortion, they can still come to this other side and help heal from it, you know, and get support to get through all the trauma and everything that they've been through. And then there's Camp Joshua.
There's Camp Joshua is actually every spring break in Salem. They train leaders, it's all geared towards pro-life, and so that's something interesting that you could get some leadership training. I was going to say, this 180, has anybody heard of that? You could YouTube it. It's about 30 minutes, and it's really, really awesome. It's this guy who goes out on the streets, and he just asks random people, you know, he's on college campuses and wherever. He just says, hey, what do you think about abortion? And really, like we said, a lot of people don't talk about it, so a lot of people haven't really thought deeply about the subject, and they haven't necessarily made a clear idea in their head of when does life actually begin, which, you know, today we are hoping to get the point across that life begins at conception. You know, as soon as the female and the male come together, like,
that little guy gets into that egg. The little guy gets into that egg. Life has happened. That is the moment of conception. That's the moment that's most important that everybody needs to remember.
This would be really awesome if you guys went home and checked out this on YouTube, 180. It starts a little bit slow in the beginning, but at the end, he makes a whole bunch of really amazing, awesome points about what we were just talking about. And I think yeah.
We always pray to God for support. You know, we need leaders, we need people who want to make a difference, because you can make a difference, and there is hope. At the end of all this is a dark, scary subject, but there is hope. People are working really hard. You can make a difference, and if we do anything, if we just save one little baby, one life, then all the work that we have done is worth the hours and the time and the nerves to come up here and talk to you guys. So,
yeah, I was going to say, I think too, you know, we would love to be a resource for you guys. So if you know somebody who's had an abortion and needs counseling, or, you know, there's a lot of resources in our community that we would love to be able to talk to them about. So take it away, Dale.
All right.
Thank you.
That's us.
So sometimes people they hear this stuff, and it's very graphic. I remember going to a